Season 12 here for the South America's region. Harry Russell, take it away.
I'm going to let the music play us in.
Gosh.
Talking over the music.
And now feels like an appropriate time to start talking
okay.
again, right?
Yeah.
So we got this pistol round. That's what happens first in a game of Counter-Strike. You start with pistols. And so here's Shuz aggressing down the catwalk, and he's got bolts with him. Now, Leo Drunky is holding for this push. Not going to spot anything just yet, but they do know that these players are there thanks to that little shot from Bolts. And now they spot a second man as well. That's information gained for Sharks. And we know that these guys like to play a kind of slow, tapered T-side in the early rounds and then really explode into the round on the back of any kills that they're given. And Bolts is going to be the first man to give a kill over. So a 5-on-4 given the way of Sharks. And now they slow it down again. Looking to group up over here at the catwalk. They do have these two smokes, so it was looking like it was kind of destined to be one of these A plays out of the gate. You can drop one of these to help you get across. And then that second smoke, it's kind of up to you. You can smoke CT, try and drop down. Lucan does have that flash to facilitate it. And that looks to be the decision, as one man does head down into CT in the form of Leo, but Yell doubling up around his defensive smoke.
Okay.
Lucan is going to get the better of him in the head-to-head, and Leo Drunky getting damage off, but Lucan is there to get the kill and keep this in the advantage of Sharks as that bomb goes down.
Yeah, Cello and Phelps working their way up from CT spawn. No one's going to be coming from long, so as of right now, Leo Drunky's out of the fight, but now the jig is up, at least for Phelps, who's been caught with a Glock headshot, and so has Cello. Sharks, just like we said, going up in the first round, likely to win the series.
Well, you should talk with your prediction, Trace, because that's not what you said coming into this one. We'll have to see.
It's a clerical error.
Yeah, of course. Playing both sides again.
Well, listen, man, when you got 10 points like me, guess what?
What?
I feel on top of the world right now.
Well, so the Sharks, a pistol win, and they're coming in with guns in the second. Lots of rifles. That looked like it connected, but just missing by an inch. Setting up towards B. Will they commit into the site? There's no one here right now. Yell is scouting mid, and even if he were to turn around towards the B-bomb site, there's very little he can do from this position. Obviously, the door swap is nice for mid-supportive players. Yell can actually get damage off without having to fight window or take the risk of exiting through the door. Flash in the tunnel, Suplex leading the charge. Yell's here in time, but he will be going down with the sight, and he can't get a shot to connect either. The flashes are keeping him blind, and the UMP and AK just run him down to the pistols for Boom. And with JNT holding the flank, there's no easy way back into this B site. Oh.
Yeah, JNT's made it very, very hard for Boom, and so they might just elect to save here. We had some big news come out of Brazil as well in regards to
Able J?
Yeah, Able J retiring. Obviously was a part of Furia and Furia Academy, kind of back and forth between the two for a while. But he's stepping away.
He's going to stream.
Yeah, looking to stream. Still a part of the Furia organization, so it's cool to see them keeping him under their wing. Shout out Furia. One time.
One time.
More than that. As these guys really are like the pinnacle of Brazilian CS right now.
Yeah, and Boom are trying to work their way up, right? Get up the rankings, rather. I hit my cough button there, but
I was wondering why you stuttered.
Yeah. And even Yell in that interview the other day was talking about a potential move to Europe or North America, right? Obviously, depending on global situation currently and the future of Boom. But that'd be a really cool move, right? He mentioned both sides, right? The benefit of going to EU is you have better teams to practice against, but the danger is it's harder to qualify for events, right? Because there's so much more competition. So it's like finding that right point in between the two. Because if you look to like Team One, a Brazilian team that also made that move to NA after their WESG placing a couple of years ago now, they're still an MDL. So, you know, it's not easy to get through to those top tier events. But Boom, they're looking like the team that could do it. Right now, dealt another eco. Sharks 2-0 up. Just playing things patient.
Giga, man, you hitting your cough button gave me an idea. What does it sound like if I were to do this, right? So you try and cast, and you're like, well, look, Jay,
yo, what the?
Moving down toward the catwalk, and well, That was very weird, wasn't
That
it?
sound weird.
Yeah, that was awful.
Oh, I didn't like that.
But you could censor yourself. You know what I mean, mother?
Trace.
Mother, brother?
You piece of
Whoa.
That
That one actually might have bled through on the microphones now. Of course,
I don't know if it did.
That's Harry Russell. Of course, if you're looking for a commentator for your event, he will surely be unemployed soon.
Well,
That's the plan.
And I heard he's getting into Among Us esports. So
yep. I call it Among Us, actually, because I just pronounce it all as one thing. I think that sounds cooler.
well, it is one word, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Bolts.
Bye.
He's humongous inside of that A site as he drops suplex. Cello trying to hold down B, but he is getting pressured by quite the army coming his way. He loses bolts down here in mid, but this Deagle still delivering, and no one's dealt with him yet. J&T finally will, but this has still gotten uncomfortably close. J&T is very, very low.
Oh, dear.
And he does get mopped up by the USP. No one's even looking at the tunnels. Finally, they go back, but Phelps just runs them down.
Over the
That
top.
was sick. Yeah, he jumps from the window over the site. UMP just and kills them both. Man, that's nutty from Phelps.
Yeah, that sound of that weapon that you just made didn't quite sound like the but it did have some, resonance to it.
Yeah, the ump's like more wet sounding.
Moist sounding, I think.
Yeah.
That's a wet ump.
That's a great round, right? And it all starts from Bolts up in the A site. There was a solo player flashed up catwalk, and he was just trying to sell the fake. Bolts gets dinked, responds with a dig. Cello stalls inside of B, and then Phelps coming in with a 1-on-2. Lovely stuff for Boom. That's a free round, an eco win, one that should have been Sharks, but now they're buying back in, and nice nade to middle. Suplex runs right by it, but Phelps is waiting in middle as well. There's many more to be had, but he can only do damage. Stuck inside of B, just one man. They push the smoke. Cello does react in time, but he's not going to get any more than one. Drawn away from the middle area, and Yell, he's not got much say in it either. The smoke is still down, and Lucan's pushing through it. This is brawly for Sharks, and the trades are back and forth. Boom coming in with a 2-on-2 retake. They've not got a kit currently.
I'm liking what we're seeing out of this game, though, right now. It's going to be one of these B retakes right now for Boom. They throw this flash, but it's a little too shallow. So Exit still holding close to the door. Knows that both players are here, thanks to all that utility raining in. As the peak is good for one, but Yell will trade, and it's down to the 1v1.
He's going to check back plat.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. I lied, and so did that bomb plant. Look at that.
Wow.
J&T just hangs out. He doesn't even have to do anything, doesn't have to move. Yell taps the bomb. By the time he's off, on his search, the time has just ran down. There's just no time for it.
Yeah, I mean, that bomb plant was more for the tunnels in the back of the site, and he gave it a bit of a check, but J&T was so tucked, so you can't really blame him for not being ready for that. And you even see, I guess it doesn't hold true in this round, so it doesn't matter. We'll move past it
Well,
either
let's
way.
just kind of, find out what you were about to say and maybe kind of explore that a
It
little.
will happen on a B retake later. We'll talk about it then. It's pretty standard, but fast into long for now. It's Sharks up against more pistols. We've seen these rounds elude them, though, before.
Yes, indeed.
Phelps has been given a hero AWP as well. That's a big boy purchase here for Phelps.
That's why you get to demand boosts at any given time. Boost me. Boost me.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they've already given you a gun that's worth like $5,000 on an eco round. You're like the king of the castle at that point.
Yeah, basically, man.
I like the bait peeks from Yao as well. He's trying to draw a shot out by strafing and get info for Phelps to peek wider. And while there is a player in the pit, he's playing passive enough that Boom don't have that info, at least not yet.
Xbox smoke blooms, but no one's there. No one is home. Here comes the cross smokes as well. Look at that. That's forced Phelps out of position. Just that smoke alone. They were considering an idea there that is to peek catwalk. Now here comes that AWP, and how much play is it going to get?
Sharks are already a bit scared, right? Yell baits the shot, and Phelps follows up fast, and now the smokes come down. He's a bit trapped here. This is unorthodox, the close AWP, and Suplex removes it, immediately doubling down, and the A site is gone, along with a free AWP for Sharks, if they want it. And why wouldn't you take it?
I mean, do you need it at this point? Obviously, everything's working out, Except for that, for J&T. Unfortunate affair, and that's going to net a little bit of a Galil there for Cello to sort of save a face in this round. Otherwise, that AWP fell real flat.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame, right? He gets trapped in the site trying to keep peeking long, and that's like two problems.
Two problems is one problem.
Yeah, my voice is like really giving out, right? So it's problematic because the AWP is very, very close and, you know, just gets pre-fired as you see. But on top of that, because it wasn't able to like rotate over towards short, which would have probably been like the ideal scenario there for it, is you can't even retrieve it. And that's a double-edged sword because like you can't save it out of the round. And it also means that outside of that one kill, there's just no impact from it, you know? It gets given over to the opponents. They get a free AWP out of an anti-eco round or an anti-force buy, I guess.
Ooh.
Look at this. We got all the signs coming out today, and there were a lot in favor of Sharks there.
And it's like my prediction with Sharks.
You can keep telling yourself that, Trace.
The numbers don't lie, and neither do these hips, Hugo.
Shakira.
Well.
Oh, Tracy, when you talk like that.
You make
Harry go mad. Yeah, that's the value of that Xbox smoke as well, right? Because it actually drew Boom over to short for a second and gave more time for Sharks to get up long. Even though Bolts was aggressive, he called that pretty early that, yeah, it's a smoke, but no one's pushing in front of it. So stay on A, Phelps. And unfortunately for him, he's dead. With a FAMAS now, so not really how they wanted it to go, but Sharks, a strong T-side start to this map.
Used a lot of utility, though, to get up catwalk. It's caused quite the ruckus. No one's set out towards long yet for the Sharks side. They've got a player over here in the top of B tunnel so they can pivot should they need to sort of digress from catwalk. But they're going to go for a pick here with Leo Drunky on top. He hasn't spotted anyone just yet, but he's got the smoke as cover. I think they were kind of banking on that as sort of their way into the site. Now we see a mid to B smoke come out, flash come out as well. This is going to draw some more attention from these B players and really start to divide this defense from Boom.
Oh, Leo does not survive the drop, but they do trade bolts out right away. Yell, only good for one as well. This is good trade work here from Sharks. Even though they're not winning these fights out, they are keeping it all even.
Plant's going to come through for Sharks, no problem. Now, meanwhile, let's talk about what's going on here with this AWP with JNT. He's found two, and that might just be it. Shiz, one-on-one with Lucan. Lucan fighting from the backlines in middle as that rotator, as that lurker, as you might call it. So Sharks up 5-1.
Yeah, obviously Shiz kind of had to take that fight, right? Because, you know, he's right in front of him. But if Shiz managed to get across into the site, that would have probably been the round. He could have stuck the bomb, and that last player would have to climb back up a catwalk to stop him. Very close indeed. But that picked up all that scavenged sniper for Sharks. Comes in big in that round with 2 kills. They do lose it. They'll rebuy it. JNT setting up. Lucan going fast at long. And already Boom conceding it. Back to pistols. Scout and Phelps with Deagles elsewhere. Even boosting him back up on the bomb site. Will he get the info ahead of time? Yeah, with the bait peaks. Phelps going back for more. He can't hit one, though. Sharks going to bail out. They want nothing to do with this scout. They're going to wait for the AWP to remove it first. And even though he takes a shot, he'll dish one out as well. JNT with the man advantage. And now if Sharks won, they can throw down those cross smokes and set up for an A play.
It's kind of scary, right? Because JNT's having a really good game right now. And if you guys remember when we saw Sharks play the other day, he was someone who was a little more hit and miss in that series, it felt like. So him getting off to such a rip-roaring start with the AWP on a map like Dust doesn't bode well for Boom. Lucan and Leo, they combine for a kill, and everyone's chipping in equally. Exit. Is he going to allow that team ace to come in? He will indeed. Everyone pulling their weight for Sharks. 6 on the board. And this is a very, very good showing from Sharks. And really, like, Boom haven't really shown us much yet outside of that little nifty UMP retake. That's pretty much all there is. I mean, that is all there is.
Yeah, we're yet to win a gun round, right? Now they're hopefully going to have the AWP alongside rifles, right? Not surrounded by those Deags, and so that should give a little more hope to Boom. But right now, JNT top of the board with that AWP, looking really good in these last couple of rounds. So Yale's work's going to be cut out for him as he does get that gun back in play. He's been playing on that A site. even assisting middle from time to time. Will we see Sharks go back to B? They've got a bit of a spawn for 2, but I'm getting left. JNT's going to have to pick it up. It's a solo man in the form of Leo. Everyone else running down mid, taking a big risk, but no one's going to punish them for it. Suplex fast out through the doors. Phelps gets domed immediately, and they can just use this smoke to get out towards that mid to B. Nothing can stop them now. Suplex going in through the CT utility into the B bomb site. Cello holding strong, does get one, can't follow up. Only damage to Suplex, and even though he puts him low, Bolts will finish it through the wall and the smoke. Bomb plant coming in late here as JNT does join from the tunnels. He's going to provide cover, and they're going to go for that plant. 3-on-2 for Boom. No kick currently again.
Yes, time is not in their favor here. Gonna flash themselves in for this peak. JNT flashed off the tunnel, but he does respond with a kill onto Bolts. Exit not able to stay alive down under the window. Ooh. And JNT pushing into the site. There's one now hiding from the AWP of Yell up in the window. Just trying to play the timing on the double doors, but swinging a little too wide. And that will allow the defuse to come in with just enough time remaining. It's 2 on the board for Boom as they make that retake happen. But a 3-on-2 down to a 1v1. JNT definitely had a chance there, right?
Yeah, just don't peek and you win. Kind of simple as that, right? But obviously the smoke's fading to his right. Yell's firing off pot shots. He's getting a little worried that Yell's going to fire a shot and then push him on the left.
Also, there was a kit dropped in the site, so there would have been a little, you know, it's a little harder, right, to have to wait for that defuse to come in. You don't have that full 10 seconds leaning your way. So just wanting to beat him on the straight-up gunfight there.
Maybe we can get the X-ray kit option on as well. I love it when we see that. A little more info.
Anything else you want done?
No, that's yeah, that's good, Trace. Martini would be nice.
Martini?
Yeah, shaken not stirred, obviously.
Oh, non-alcoholic, of course.
Yeah.
Cello Phelps, and yet Cello one more time. This has been a disastrous sort of approach at the B site.
Wow.
And Sharks actually are almost extinct on that notion. Not all Sharks, just the ones in the server. Reminder, we got Inferno Mirage coming up after this. If you're joining us from the show prior, the match prior, Liquid eliminated from playoff contention, 100 Thieves. For the first time, beat them.
Wow.
In their series history, they're now 1-8 against Liquid. So
we've had a lot of those getting broken recently, right? Furia taking down EG, back-to-back games as well, defeating that Inferno streak. Now 100 Thieves doing it too. Will Sharks be able to find another upset win and take down Boom? Right now they're looking good, but only on Glocks this one. Suplex flashing them fast into the A site.
Well, how many more will he get is the question. Yell starts off strong with AWP, but it's Bolts and Shiz to close the round out, and that was kind of a throwaway round.
Yeah.
So we'll let that one kind of go. Then for Harry, I mean, the in-depth analysis that we're about to get about that round, what do you got to say, Harry?
Yeah, man, it's 5 Glocks running down the catwalk. And that's a classic, right? But sadly, they weren't accounting for 3 not Glocks inside of the A bomb site. And so in that head-to-head, of course, the AWP and the rifles come out on top. But it's this round here and now that we should be interested in. Sharks with all the utility they need to start to go for this mid-plate. And it is getting spotted from Bolts, but he's only got a FAMAS, so you don't fancy his odds there. Now, while all this is happening, while they're making it look like a mid to B, this bomb is still waiting outside of long, and this is a really nice adjustment from Sharks. Shuz has been aggressing those long doors time and time again, and they only figured that out a few rounds ago, so they immediately adjust to it, they catch him, and now they put themselves in an even bigger advantage. It's just Phelps left to get past, and they do. And so this B site now belongs to Sharks. They're going to get that bomb down. And that was just like a series of great little adjustments from Sharks to make this round so damn clean.
Yeah, they've been trying to figure out that B bomb site in the last couple of rounds, right? Some good long plays and cat takes coming out for them. But, you know, the B rush in the previous, not the most successful. But that is one perfect way to switch it around. Because once the bomb gets that kill outside long, inside of Boom's head as well, they're like, wait, is it really B then? You know, the whole time they're convinced, they're running, they're pushing and trying to rotate. But then that puts a bit of doubt in their mind. And Phelps, he has to get a multi-kill in order to keep the round intact. And without it, Boom, they're just stuck on A, like we see, saving their weapons for the next. Sharks up to 7. Really good game plan here in this T side so far. A lot of varied rounds, not doing the same thing back to back. Not even really relying on this AWP, right? When they've had it, it's been good, but it's not coming through in every gun round, even though they do have the economy for it. Double AWP for Boom as well. They relented against picking one up the other round, but now they've gone for the investment. It's expensive, it's hefty, but it's worthwhile. And Phelps is going to join Yell. Let's see what these double AWPs can do.
Wow. Orbs are like dogs, man, in the sense that you can never have too many of them.
I don't know, man.
Someone just fall off Vertigo.
No, but I do think you can't have too many dogs. And I mean, we could, you know, kind of tie some dogs and personalities together here. Hugo, you're kind of like the Yorkie of the desk. We have Harry. He's kind of like, not like a Great Dane, but like kind of like a bull mastiff maybe.
Oh, dude, I'll take that.
But not nearly as strong and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then for myself, not really sure. Probably more
Chihuahua?
like a German Shepherd or Chihuahua, like somewhere in between.
I would actually love to be the Chihuahua, but his shoes. Oh, look at this down in the pit. He is absolutely lighting them up.
Bye.
This round, it's been stripped away from Sharks very, very quickly.
Yeah, look at that. 4 players over here on A. There wasn't a chance in Haiti or in the server, for that matter.
Yeah, the danger of not taking the long spawns, right, and going to it late is you allow Shiz to cross into the pit, and he finds a lot of value from that position. They're going to chase JNT from behind as well. He's only got a few seconds left before they're going to be right up in his business. And they're pushing from Cat 2. Doesn't really get easier on this way. JNT gone, and that's the round. Done and dusted for Boom. Lovely stuff. Keeping 5 alive, right? They want to try and recover this half, make things good once again. They've got the double AWP. They're starting to build money. That's a crucial round to keep them in this half without getting swept by the Sharks.
And so if you were to guess, who is the one imposter still left in the server right now?
I don't know. My money's still probably on Rush. I mean, I know he's not even here.
Yeah, I think he's pretty sus.
I mean, he's not here because he's hiding an event. Let's be honest.
Yeah. No one's even seen him, man. I was in admin like the whole time.
Since we have the tactical timeout, I will admit that yesterday I was the imposter in a game of Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us. I was the imposter. Okay, I'm going to come clean about that first and foremost.
Yeah.
I was the imposter.
How'd you do?
Apparently someone was watching the security cameras and I didn't realize that they could see the vent, and I just happened to drop right on in there.
Oh,
okay.
Dude, that's a
Classic blunder. Yeah, classic rookie.
How did you
mistake.
defend yourself, though, Trace, against that slanderous?
Well,
you were just doing like maintenance down there or something? Like,
well, I just said, you know, like, help me, step bro, I'm stuck.
Christ.
whoa!
I'm trying to hold it together. Yell. He's doing a great job of holding it down.
Yeah, he really
has
is.
stopped Leo getting up the catwalk. Suplex, in response, has set up inside of the smoke, but won't be committing anytime soon. Boom's utility, Molly, Flash, keeping them back. Still holding a bit of a default, right? Player in mid and the B tunnels, making sure that no one gets aggressive. But why bother if you're Boom? Why even consider it? You're a man up. Sharks' utility starting to run dry. The timer ticks down in their favor.
Well, the fungus among us. And that's Harry.
I'm the fungus, man. I'll take that.
Like a developing shroom almost.
Yeah, man. I just love, I don't even know how they develop, like molding away, man.
Harry's a bit of a fun guy.
Well, you know it's good when the fun guy joke has been brought out, right? That's like the age-old saying.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Wow, this AWP is out here in mid, but they're not given mushroom as they start to move up.
Wow.
Lucan doubling down, and this B site suddenly belongs to Sharks. They've overrun it. The rotate for Boom, not able to come through, and this might just have to be a save. It's 8 on the board for Sharks. As Boom try and keep this AWP and 2 AKs in tow. Yeah, man, that's a nice little B execute for the Sharks side. They've been good at these mid to Bs especially.
Yeah, they seem to know exactly what Boom are doing in terms of the setup, right? They keep getting mid fairly for free, and Boom are always falling back inside of the site. And so you could even see JNT there as that mid to B smoke comes down. He pre-fires bolts on the ramp angle at top of A. Because, well, not only has Bolt's been playing there before, but yeah, it's standard. If you're giving up mid like that, you want a bit of info if you're Boom. And so Bolt is taking a fairly safe way of getting that information, but it all comes too little too late. The 2 players inside of B only put up a kill. Actually, they don't even do that. The kill came up on short earlier in the round. So yeah, both B players dropped there trying to fight middle, and Sharks once again keep building. 8 on this T side. Look at those entries from Lucan. Are you Lucan? Because he's Lucan.
How Lucan? That one's too easy, sorry. 8-5, Hugo Byron of Byronshire, where all the Byrons hang out.
Not many of us. Almost extinct. This bloodline dies with me.
That's, I don't know if a sad or a good thing. With how you're saying it, at least. I mean, it's a terrible thing overall, but, like, grief. Anyway, you're reported. All right, so we'll move right on into this one with a little bit of a Fury's pace. Yell, holding AWP on catwalk, top middle. Belongs to him for the time being. That Xbox smoke is going to obscure his vision. And it looks like Sharks just want to play with fire. We got guys playing around at Quick Cat. Got guys playing around on Cat. It's going to be one of those rounds, Harry.
Yeah, but we got no one jamming on Cap, and that's the problem.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity.
They do start to creep up through the catwalk, and Shuz is still aggressive at these long doors. This is something that we've seen Sharks adjust to. But in this round, they're not really... Oh, they are still accounted for it. Lucan backed away, and now he's back at long, isn't he? So that's all good. He's still here, ready and waiting for Shuz. Gonna come in on this late long wrap is Lucan, while the rest of the gang try and get in through the catwalk. They actually drop Leo in through CT, and he goes deep in CT.
Awkward.
And this is all falling apart in a matter of seconds for Boom. Sharks, they seem very, very aware. I love everything about this round. They were poised for an A play from the start. They put Leo down in CT to cut off these rotates, and they get it locked in like that. That's really, really smooth from the Sharks side. Everything. Every decision that they made in that round had like such a clear purpose. That was great. They take the cat control. They have a guy pressuring mid, and then that gives Leo Drunky even more room on his CT drop. They catch Phelps going aggressive in through middle. Like, everything was so methodical. Yeah. There was no rushing, right? There was no moment in that round where it got so chaotic that Sharks were just like, well, we've got to go A. We've got to go now. Like, they were ready with every contingency.
And there was also Bolts playing the site when the last players left alive on the CT side. And you're thinking, okay, well, yeah, you know what? This might be the big turning point right here for Boom, but it's just not. Now we're at the last round of the half. Full buys as much as you possibly can from the buffet on both sides. Look at this, a little bit of aggression here in upper B. We'll just net them the intel they need because for all intents and purposes, Sharks, they're going long.
Yeah, Lucan's waiting for this though, right? Like, they're just ready for every single plan, everything we want to show, but Cello, quick on the trigger. He's going to take down Lucan. Cat smoke coming in on the Xbox, and Sharks are going to set up towards long, but Boom have already cleared B, and even though that lurker does get a kill, they already know, you know, this area is clear, so they can just commit into holding this A site. Yell getting pushed out by the Molotov, damage to the nades, Phelps spamming. They're up on the site. Yell can't stop him. He's given away his position. He's got nothing for it. Now they can chase him down, but Yell wants them in his crosshair. He's found one. Nade gonna get right-clicked in. Suplex above the site. Good grenade damage, but the smoke's fading, and Yell needs to get out of there alive. He's only got 2, but that's just enough for Boom to swoop in and secure the round 6 at the end of the half. Bit of a recovery, but great T-side for Sharks. Join us for that second half in just a moment.
Okay. Running out of luck. Too much in my club. Nisi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you talk? Cause you're not my team, Bob. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you talk? Cause you're not my team, Bob. My team, Bob. Defense. I'll buy it if I want it. Sonic, come on back for it. Okay. Running out of luck. Too much in my club. Nisi, run it up. sitting next to me, I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up your mind, honey, 'cause I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. You need a friend. I can't help this time. I'm in trouble. It's your eyes, I can't seem to focus. It doesn't matter 'cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park. But when you call, give you my heart. You rip it out. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you.
Alright, so taking long is pretty simple. It requires a lot of utility and teammates to be here. But the first guy, what you want to do is you want to come up long, play anti-flash, turn, molly to doors, and wait. The second guy comes up long with the first, plays anti-flash, mollies off the wall for blue bin, and also plays anti-flash. And then the third guy comes up and he's holding a flash. After the first two molly, he flashes once like this, and then once high over and runs up and fights with the first and second guy. Now on the first spawn, you can also molly the doors, wait, and then you throw a flash over the wall and fight with it when the third guy flashes, or you can bounce a flash, jump throw off the wall like that and fight with it. And as a second guy, you want to do something similar. So after you molly blue bin, you want to also flash over the wall, or flash a jump throw off the wall and swing with the first guy. By this time, the third guy is done throwing his second flash and you're swinging with it, and he's coming up and getting any extra leftover frags that are in the open. And that's how you take long. Now for pick control, if you have pick control late in the round after you took long with 3, your teammate wants to go back and leave you, and if your teammate goes back and leaves you and you're your solo pick guy, you can stay here, jiggle it, to see if anyone's out, and if you see one, you can get a flash from a teammate ramp, or you can throw a self flash, jiggle, take a shot, wait for it to pop, and then peek again and fight. Now if you don't want to do that and there's nothing here and it's late in the round, you want to play conservative, there's usually a lurk, so you can smoke the doors and wait for it, just aiming at the window and running. And this is a pretty good off angle you can hold once you have pit. You can also play something like this to where they have to peek blue bin at the same time as they're peeking this corner. You can also play blue bin right here, holding long. You could also play behind the doors, which is a really good spot. Or you could play even deeper and hold a really good off angle here. Now, if a team is taking mid control or going B and there's no time left in the round, like 30 to 40 seconds, low time, he can get greedy and push long doors for info.
And that was Grim with a pro tip. It's not nearly as grim as a 9-6 half. I'm here with Hugo and Harry. Harry, though, with the most to say of all of us. And what would a Chihuahua say in this moment, Harry?
They're very opinionated. They've got a lot of character. So I think it's very, very hard to summarize it just by saying a Chihuahua, because every Chihuahua is unique and different.
Okay.
Yeah. No, man. Yeah, you got to know them to know what they're like.
So
And
you have Chihuahuas, right?
Yeah, 2 of them, man. They're pretty cool.
So what are their names?
Billy and Betty, man. But we'll get back to the dog talk in a moment, Trace. I love talking about them, though. Man advantage taken for J&T. And, well, Leo lighting them off at long.
Should be Leo Donkey.
It really should, man. Oh, he's wrecked him, hasn't he?
4 kills in the round for Mr. Leo.
But yeah, man, I got more Chihuahuas on the way, and I'm going to call
Oh, you're expecting Chihuahuas?
Yeah, I'm calling the next one Bjorn.
Wow.
Yeah, so then we got Billy, Betty, and Bjorn.
Triple B.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Nice, man. Congratulations.
And that's like my favorite CS setup as well. There's like the triple B play.
On what map specifically?
All maps, dude.
All maps.
All maps could use a little more B.
Yeah. My favorite B, Beyonce.
Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
We'll get her on for an interview at some point this week.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Jay. He said that she couldn't make it tonight, but, you know, there's another chance maybe. JNT, speaking of which, with his eyes set towards the pit area of Long A, as they call it. But for Boom, this is not the booming start they were looking for in this round. Wow, okay. And the AUG continues to reign supreme. Look at that. It's just going to turn them into mulch here at Long. 1 by 1, though. Never mind. Short-lived. A Deagle does have some saving grace, but pretty much that's all she wrote. J&T with back-to-back scout shots. Both of them landing on Cello. Just one in the head. Maybe would have hit the head first. Wouldn't have had to have that big old, long, sort of exaggerated fight. But here we are nonetheless. With Billy, with Betty, and with Bob?
Bjorn.
Oh, yeah. Bobby. Okay, so Billy, Betty, and Bobby.
Yeah, dude. So J&T was able to save the AUG as well. He's been able to drop that over to Leo. And is playing USP only in this round up against the Pistols on the other side. This is a vintage flusher buy. He does this all the time.
But he's flusher.
Flusher's like this, I think he's like this Norwegian pro. He's pretty good. Played for like Nordavind at some point.
Interesting. Speaking of Norwegians, shout out one time to the man that is Vendetta, Halvor Gullestol.
Halvor Gullestol.
Halvor Gullestol. But congratulations to him being named the head coach of Dignitas, the former Ninjas of Pajamas lineup for the most part. Will it save their face? We don't know, but we will keep our eyes tuned ever so attentively towards it. And now the attention being brought to Catwalk, which is where the bomb is stacked up. Still pistols here for Boom, so they don't have a whole lot of room to work with. And Lucan.
Oh, run boost. And instead it's like express delivery to Leo. Now the Deagle does get one, and a bomb plant here is pretty great for Boom. But look where that's dropped. Cello is to really toe the line between death. And he does manage to get it. He's retrieved the bomb, and that now goes down. Phelps dropping into CT as well. Does get bested by Lucan. And J&T follows up, so it's all left onto Bolts with a P250 to hold off this retake. And the bomb, I don't think it's planted for him even. No, it's not. It like kind of is, but they don't have to defuse it on his side, and so why would they?
He even hit the hop after the jump. Yell. Bit of an acrobat here. It's better than the bomb falling off the side, though. We see that happen every now and then on these cat plays. And bomb and spawn, man, that would have been nothing for Boom. No bomb plant. But with it, they've got an AWP. So all is good and well. Yell in middle. Can't hit them as they cross through the smoke safely. J&T going to repeat. Potentially, he's holding the gap right now, the top right. But Phelps is going to walk right into it. Patience is key for J&T. Grouped up at B of Boom. because Phelps is on his own. He's in no rush to show his presence here in middle. Regrouped by his team. Boom don't want to commit to a B execute just yet. They at least want to take the catwalk before they do. Warp is going to cross. Nice flick for J&T. Molly down as well. Untradeable kill. Boom are going to be forced up the catwalk or back into a B play. Either or. It's exactly what Sharks expect. That all moves back over to the long corner and is able to assist on Leo and also help out when Luca makes the call that they're actually coming up catwalk. He's tucked Goose. And so not a lot of info for Sharks, but now posted on the car is that AWP. And back out mid for Boom. Throwing in on the fly mid to B smoke. 2 inside of the site to deal with. The bombs on Cat. This looks like a bit of a ruse.
The trap.
Oh,
no. Oh,
That almost goes the other way, too. You know? Look at this. Drunky has pushed long. Finds Shiz. Such a problem here for Boom. They cannot find any footing on this T side. Certainly doesn't get any easier. Bolt's trying to walk out on a B. He's going to get suplexed. And here's Phelps. 4-on-1. He's got the first one on Lucan. That's actually the bomb recovered, too. He doesn't know it yet. There's no one really here to contain it. Now, mind you, we will go over, you know, who Phelps is, but you're right. The timing is really cutting it close. He's not even going to get the plant down and tries to cost him a little bit more money. But let's talk about Phelps.
I don't know why you wouldn't plant that, right? Like that's throwing up 1 kill versus the chance to win the round. Like you lose it if you go for the kill.
And it's like, I know he could have got jump shot, but I'd still favor the odds to that and getting the money and a chance at a 1v3 to just maybe killing the AWPer.
Yeah, these rounds have seemed indecisive at times for Boom there.
Hugo, who is Phelps? Because that was the question that Trace was posing.
It was a question. We just needed like a quick backstory, maybe, you know, a synopsis of entire life, and maybe you can get that put in 2 words for us. Yeah, 18-page paper.
He's been in and out the Brazilian CSGO scene, at least at the top level, right? We looked to SK, we looked to Immortals, we looked to MIBR even. He was that 5th plugin for a while back there as well. Got some trophies to his name. Got a hell of a lot of experience, playoff experience. But yeah, coming back to Brazil, to his roots, and alongside some other pretty well-experienced Brazilian players, right? Like big names like Bolts and Yell, guys that we know and love. Been on that Luminosity Immortals grind. And right now, Boom, they are getting dealt one hell of a game. Sharks 13-6 up. Phelps does get that recovery entry. Leo, a messy spray, and he's at least going to get 1, but traded immediately. Lucan going through the smoke at the pivotal time, but he hears them backing out. He hears them going towards middle. J&T's already spotted that, but now he's trapped, and both players die in an instant, leaving just the B player. It's exit. They know who it is. They know where he is, and they're going to run up Cat with a bomb. That kill won't matter unless Boom start to give him away back into this clutch.
And then I'll go into, so finally Boom come in with a response. One of the things I do think that's weird when you look at like the tenure of a guy like Phelps is in this team, the fact that Bolts was actually the one closer to winning a major out of the 2 of them, which is an odd one for me to think about when you think about, you know, some of the success that Bolts was able to find. Oh, sorry, Phelps was.
He's out for the boys, though. Oh, that's one hell of a shot. Leo follows up. Okay, not like this. We've seen eco wins already, but this would be 1 too many. Lucan with a 3rd, and this is falling apart right now for Boom. Someone needs to bail them out, and they're still getting degged. Great peaks for Sharks. I don't know how these shots are landing. It's all on Phelps. You say his name, and he's got to perform here in this 1-on-4. Now, they are armless mostly, but immediately double-dinked as you do, and Suplex cleans it up. What an eco. Where did that come from? Sharks, that's 14 rounds on their map pick. They're making Boom look easy.
Still yet to figure out who the imposter is, though. Somebody around here is looking sus.
It's not me, Trace.
Is it bad that when you play with the same group and everybody always targets the same guy, the first kill every time? Like, no matter what.
I don't even own the game, so...
Well, you're a ball of fun.
Can't really help you there, Trace.
Yes, that's Hugo. Just Hugo. GG.
JNT, fast as ever. And so for Boom, any victories that they've had might be kind of short-lived here. Up against 14 in a 2-on-5, and everywhere they go, they are losing players by the second. Yell, well, at least reclaim one. Still a pretty big hole to dig yourself out of, and they've got to go back to get this bomb as well. A minute left on the clock, and look at a group up at Catwalk. But Leo has pushed the issue at these long doors and realizes that no one's here anymore. Cello now spotted as well, but he does deal with Lucan back in the site, and now the timing is everything for Yell, who's coming in on this long split. Leo's going to try and get the early info, and that shot misses. He jumps around the corner. Leo jumpy as he heads his way round. 15 on the board for Sharks. It's map point on their map pick. One away from taking a dominant victory over Boom here.
Yeah, Leo and JNT combining for 43. Not bad, all things considered. Meanwhile, Boom Esports on 7 as a team. That's not frags. I'm just talking about rounds. Everybody calm down. Jeez.
I'd be impressed if they got 7 rounds with only 7 frags, right? Like,
that would be something.
We know this map can be like a big inferno at times, but...
That would be a feat, Hugo, but probably the feat.
Yeah. And that might be what we're going to see anyway, Trace, because 15-7 and a double AWP with Deegs out for Shiz with a Galil and a Scout. It's not a pretty buy at all. Phelps has gotten way further up long than Sharks were ready for. They're watching it from CT. They were leaning on B. Leo's gone. Lucan knows no one's crossed. He's got that gap in the smoke, and so he can calm that along. And as a result, Sharks are not rotating hard. They're waiting for more information, and they might get it, but not in the way they wanted. That jump across does work. Lucan can't stop it. The bomb is now on the site, and there's no one even on Cat to stop them. Sharks, they've got to come through mid. They've got to beat Yell first.
Yeah, this isn't looking too pretty over here for Sharks. They haven't really given themselves any vantage points in this round. Perhaps Suplex could have opened the door there, but it's Cello screaming through a smoke in the mid doors. JNT backs away with an AWP. And we see an 8th on the board for Boom. This one's got overtime written all over it, Harry.
Yeah, I think, I think we still have to hold off on that one a little bit, right?
Okay,
just because the money is still there for Sharks.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not to say it can't be done.
Well, you did pick Boom, so...
Yeah, I still have faith for the second map. Maybe not here. Maybe I'm not believing on the 8-round-in-a-row comeback, getting into OT, and then beginning again.
Now, there's a difference between, like, believing in that and wanting that. Now, which one is it, Hugo?
That'd certainly make for some entertaining Counter-Strike, but yeah, I don't believe in it, Trace. I don't, I'd be happy to be proven wrong. We'll put it that way. Boom, hey, they got to believe. They got to give it a go. Finding one round with low economy, saving their bacon, and giving themselves a pretty decent buy here. Phelps even on the AUG on the T side. What do you make of that?
Respect. I mean, it's become one of those, like, middle-ranged weapons, right? Like, we've even heard some of the Navi players talking about it, which is kind of cool, too. I mean, it seems to be a league-wide thing. Speaking of which... Lucan, the first one out of the round. Sharks on 15. So this might be the point that they need. Or they might lose this round. Molotov towards car. Still big long presence here from Boom. They do have bolts over there in the top of upper B. No one's in the B site, but they want to pressure A. It's been working a little bit. You might as well keep going with it. If it's not broken, you can't really fix it. Just dumping some flashes there towards long, too. I think the Sharks have a special sense, maybe even a sixth sense, that this could be a long play, and this really could be the map if it doesn't go the way of Boom. Here we go.
Yeah, there's one for Leo. This is where Bolts' flank needs to give over some very, very big results, right? Because we're into a 3-on-3 inside of the A8. Bolts, oh, he gets turned on. JNT with the quick 180, and suddenly, while this was a 5-on-4 for Boom, now those numbers dwindling, and Shuz is not able to long it out. Sharks, they get their map pick locked on in with a